What up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to the prologue for my full play of Resident Evil Code Veronica, or more specifically, Code Veronica X, a mildly extended version of the original. Now, just for your information, this prologue is meant to give you some details about the game in general, and information on how I will go about playing the game. You won't see me actually play the game in this video. So, Code Veronica is the first unnumbered main series title, and a more direct follow-up to Resident Evil 2. In fact, I think I've heard somewhere that ideas for Code Veronica had begun before the development of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis had started. That may be the reason why in this game you'll hear a lot of sound effects similar to Resident Evil 2, as I show you here. Code Veronica happens to be the first game in the series for the 6th generation of video game consoles, as it premiered on the Sega Dreamcast. Later, it was ported to the PS2 under the title Code Veronica X, which all subsequent ports used. Of course, I'm playing the latest port as of this moment, the HD version on the Xbox 360. Now, since this game was created for a new generation of consoles, the classic gameplay that you saw in the previous 3 main games has been visually updated. The fixed camera angles and the tank controls still exist, as well as the save rooms, item boxes, and the style of item management. However, cutscenes no longer use the same set of animations throughout the story, and the once pre-rendered backgrounds are now in real time. And since I'm playing on an actual console rather than an emulator, it makes recording a lot easier for me as well. Alright, so enough about the game in general. Let's follow tradition and view the demos for this game so you can see some gameplay. Alrighty, major improvement from the PS1 titles, of course. And by the looks of it, we can actually equip the lighter now. And judging by the look of this gameplay, that actually might be a little important for areas with bats, it seems. So, the point of these demo reels really is to give you some tips, like on some of the gameplay. So the lighter thing is probably going to come in handy. Alright, now let's watch the second demo. So what's going on here? Alright, so obviously we still have the ability to push items. So all actions that we've seen in the previous titles return for this game, of course, just with the whole new visuals, the the template or the actions the animations are built from the ground up. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and watch the final demo. Oh, we got some zombies. And what's this? Ah, they bring back explosives from Resident Evil 3. Or, I should say, environmental hazards. And we got a burst handgun? Isn't that familiar from Resident Evil 2? So, like I said, you're gonna be seeing a lot of similarities to Resident Evil 2, especially when it comes to sound. It's like, the handgun shots were the same as Resident Evil 2, the fact that there was a burst handgun. However, the environmental hazards was carried over from Resident Evil 3. Alrighty, so there's some next-gen gameplay for you guys, as of 2000. So now for my game plan on my playthrough. For the first time since I've started these full plays, I am not going to play this game multiple times. I will only play through the main game once. The main reason for this is because all previous games had many different events occur depending on how you play the game, as well as multiple endings. While this game is pretty straightforward and only has one outcome. There are, however, a couple cutscenes within the game that are affected depending on your actions before they occur. But the fact is, they're not a good enough reason for me to play through this game more than once. Because this game, in my opinion, happens to be one of the longest in the franchise. Before the more modern chapter-based games, of course. So try to understand my desire to avoid playing this more than once. There is a typical unlockable infinite rocket launcher for getting an A rank, which isn't too tough, and I may end up getting it in my playthrough. If I don't, however, I will of course feature it in the bonus video. On the other hand, there is a minigame in this title called Battle Game, which is very similar to Extreme Battle in Resident Evil 2, with the removal of the bomb objective at the end. This minigame I will of course play multiple times, once for each character within. And just like the main game, there is an award for outstanding rank, in this case an A rank with all characters. I know for a fact I won't get this first try with all the characters, so once again, the award will be featured in the bonus video. I'm not telling you what that award is though, since it's unique to this game and is slightly spoiler-ish. Alrighty, so there is my plan for Resident Evil Code Veronica. I hope you guys have gathered all the necessary information from this prologue, and I look forward to you guys watching my playthrough. Peace out!